here, aren't we? About 20 plus years ago, I started experiencing a series of rather dark life events. I was robbed at gunpoint in my jewelry store. My beloved parents suddenly met with an unspeakable death. And my beautiful son, Yale, had died suddenly of a heart condition. And I was a victim of 2 near-death auto accidents. And just as I was catching my breath, I was diagnosed 9 years ago with multiple myeloma, blood cancer. But all that paled in contrast to the joy of living my life and being alive. Now, we got a long way to go. Now, I'm not used to such public notoriety, but I assure you that without many of you being on the journey with me, I would not have come this far. It's very humbling to be mentioned in this fashion. Nothing is perfect, but I feel lucky. Thank you to the Alexander Jewish Family Service for honoring me with this recognition. I'd like to thank God, Baruch Hashem, and of course the miracle of modern medicine, and especially Dr. Robert Orlowski and his tireless team of brilliant researchers in the field of multiple myeloma. What a gift MD Anderson has been for me and the world. And I'd like to thank my parents, Molly and Dave Levin, for giving me courage set by their example, for their zest for life against adversity. And I'd like to thank my strong, wise, and best friend, my husband Lenny, who has taken care of me always and kept us together and still does. And I'd like to thank my children, Amy and Jeff Peck, Mickey and Fisher, Amy and Jason Powers, Sarah, Daniel, and Mia, for their love, because love is medicine. Now, I'd like to thank Rachel Davis, for making this extraordinary event. And I'd like to thank, of course, the beautiful voice of Cantor Tuniski. Now I'm going to say a few words about the Alexander Jewish Family Service. If there ever was a team, an institution, which truly helps people, it's the Alexander Jewish Family Service. Just walk through those front doors like I did, and you'll really see what they do. They're an organization dedicated to the well-being of diversified people needing help on many levels in the fields of behavioral and mental health, individuals who need employment, help financially, people of all ages with a variety of disabilities, housing and spiritual help, to name a few. And here's something, and I think it was mentioned. They actually bring live music into the homes of people that are housebound. And I haven't even mentioned the Celebration Company, employing artists and creative souls. Their store should not be missed. It's located right in their building. Sandra embodies the word influencer. She was mine. We moved here in 1970 and I was young, and I was fascinated by her. Her strength, her clear vision, the talented way she entertained famous people, and even the rest of us. And when she spoke, her commanding voice. In meetings, for example, you could hear a pin drop. And she was polite in the public forum, because she did give everybody a chance to voice their suggestions and opinions, but then she would stand up and she would say, I really think those suggestions were fine, but this is what I feel is the way to do it. And then, of course, we did it her way. Now, legally, Sandra is an aunt to me and Lenny, but in reality, she has been one of my closest friends. my troubles in Washington, D.C., she was with me often at trials as an advisor and a pillar of strength. And we did a few trips together to New York, where I learned about Sotheby's auctions, about antique estate jewelry sales, and the Jewish Cultural Foundation. We went to spas together, and we sat on the JCC and the Holocaust Museum boards together. Knowing her has been a life-changing experience for me. Sandra, I love you. Leslie, not that I don't want to go on and on about what a kind and gentle woman you are, but now they told me I have to talk about myself for a minute. All right? And people have remarked to me, Barbie, how do you do it? Get up every morning, be happy, be productive, etc. Well, I got to thinking. I was born to be exuberant because I was born on VE Day. That's right, May 8th, 1945. I see some of you doing the math. Forget about it. Everyone was celebrating because it was the day World War II ended. So obviously, I was born to celebrate. And I've tried my darndest, as we say in Texas, to celebrate ever since. And it's good to find excitement in life. For example, I just don't like things. I love things. I just don't like dancing. I love dancing. I just don't like playing cards. I love playing cards. And I just don't like cooking. I love cooking. And I love making people laugh. And I love tennis, traveling, music, and learning. And of course, most importantly, I love my family and my friends. And then there's resilience. Nothing should keep you from living. It's really what we all have, our life. And so, although I have had my share of life's bumps, so has the majority of the human race. And that's my story. So remember, Frost. So remember, when life gives you lemons, zhuzh it up a bit with lemon zest.